In the hospitality world, staff morale is pretty much everything, right? It's the real heartbeat of the guest experience. But in an environment that's moving a million miles an hour, how do you actually keep a finger on that pulse? Well, for decades, the industry's been using a tool that's, let's just say, fundamentally broken. Today, we're going to look at what comes next.
This quote from the Europe Hotel School, London, just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. Are you proactively checking for a pulse, a sign of life, or are you just performing a post-mortem after things have already gone wrong? It's a simple question, but the answer is totally changing how the best hotels manage their most valuable asset, their people.
So for years, the go-to tool for this was the annual employee survey. But here's the thing. This approach isn't a checkup, it's a post-mortem. It's an analysis that happens long after the critical moment has passed.
And that right there is the fundamental flaw: time. Just imagine this. You survey your team in January, but you don't actually get around to analyzing the results until April. The problems from January? They might have already exploded, or maybe totally new ones have popped up. The data is stale, which means your reaction is always a step behind.
But the old post-mortem approach has huge issues beyond just being outdated. It creates what we call survey fatigue. I mean, who wants to fill out a 50-question form? Nobody. And that leads to rushed and, frankly, not so honest answers. The Pulse method, on the other hand, flips this whole thing on its head. It's real-time, it's quick, and this is the big one, it's anonymous. And that is the absolute key to building trust and getting real, honest feedback.
Okay, so if the annual survey is a post-mortem, what's the alternative? Well, it's all about shifting from that once-a-year event to taking a continuous, real-time pulse of the organization. Let's dig into how that actually works. One of the key players in this space is a tool called WorkLeap. You might have known it by its old name, Office Vibe. It's a platform designed to do one thing, and do it exceptionally well: capture the genuine, in-the-moment feeling of a team using these short, frequent, and anonymous pulse surveys.
For an employee, the whole process couldn't be simpler. A quick question just pops up on their phone or computer, they give an honest, anonymous answer, and then, crucially, they see that their feedback actually leads to real change. That simple little loop completely bypasses survey fatigue and starts to build genuine engagement.
But this system is so much more than just a better way to ask questions. It's about using technology to create an intelligent, early warning system for managers. This is where things get really cool.
See, the real magic here is the AI engine that's working behind the scenes. It takes all of that anonymous feedback and turns it from just a pile of raw data into clear, actionable insights. This is the point where the platform stops being just a survey tool and becomes more like a strategic partner for leadership. It does this using something called natural language processing, or NLP. Basically, the AI reads all the anonymous comments, intelligently groups them into themes like wellness or shift patterns, and, this is the amazing part, it actually identifies the emotional tone. It can tell the difference between a mild suggestion and genuine, deep-seated frustration.
So what does a manager actually see? Well, they might look at a dashboard for their kitchen staff and instantly spot a problem. Look at this. Peer relationships are great, 90% positive sentiment, but shift patterns are way down at 35%. Now, without this data, a manager might think everything's fine because the team seems to get along, but this pinpoints the exact source of the stress.
So let's walk through how this plays out in real life. A hotel launches a complex new menu. Almost immediately, the AI starts picking up negative comments about the new, stressful shift patterns needed to pull it off. The manager sees this on their dashboard and calls a quick town hall meeting to listen and adjust the schedules. And the result? The frustration gets addressed before it boils over into burnout, bad service, or even people quitting. That's the early warning system in action.
Now, a technology like this doesn't just change how managers react to problems. Its biggest impact, really, is on the entire culture of the hotel and the role that HR plays within it.
This kind of real-time data completely transforms the HR function. It shifts them from being reactive policy enforcers who are just running around putting out fires to being proactive culture curators who can actually build a better, healthier work environment. They can stop guessing and start guiding with real data.
So what you end up with is this incredibly powerful, positive cycle. When employees see that their anonymous feedback actually leads to real improvements, they become more invested. They start to trust the system, they provide even more honest insights, and they feel genuinely heard. This constant feedback loop is really the foundation of a healthy and resilient culture. So if there's just one thing you take away from this, it's this. A constant stream of actionable data is the single most powerful tool for managing people in the modern workplace. It's the difference between assuming you know what's going on and actually understanding it. And that brings us right back to that central question, and it's one that every single leader should be asking themselves. Is your culture being managed by a pulse, or are you just waiting around to perform a post-mortem?